sometimes ever, sometimes never. Once, there was a little bird named Molly. She lived in a small tree near a big, green forest. Molly had tiny wings, not big like the other birds. Every day, she looked up at the blue sky. It was so wide and so high. She saw big birds, like eagles and hawks, flying far and fast. I want to fly like them, Molly said to herself. But then she looked at her wings. They are too small. She thought, I cannot fly high. One sunny morning, Molly sat on her branch. She watched a strong eagle fly across the sky. Its wings were big, and it went up, up, up. Molly felt sad. I want to fly like that, she said. She flapped her tiny wings. She went up a little, then down to the ground. She tried again, up, then down. Sometimes ever, sometimes never, she said quietly. Maybe I can fly. Maybe I cannot. I don't know. In the forest, there was a wise old owl. He had big eyes and a kind voice. He saw Molly trying to fly, and he heard her words. One evening, he flew to her tree. Little bird, why are you sad? He asked. Molly looked at him. I want to fly high, like the eagle, she said, but my wings are small. Sometimes I fly a little, sometimes I fall. It's hard. The owl listened. Then he smiled. Molly, listen to me, he said. Sometimes ever, sometimes never is not bad. It means you try. Some days you fly, some days you don't, but every day, you can do a little more. Molly tilted her head. Try every day? She asked. Yes, said the owl. Your wings are small, but they are strong. Start with a little. Fly to one tree today. Tomorrow, fly to 2 trees. Don't stop. Molly liked this idea. Okay, she said, I will try. The next morning, she stood on her branch. She took a big breath. She flapped her wings. Flap, flap, flap. She flew to the next tree. I did it, she shouted. She was so happy. The next day, she tried again. This time, she flew over 2 trees. She landed on a branch and laughed. 2 trees, she said. Every day, Molly tried more. Some days were good. She flew farther and felt strong. But some days were not good. One day, the wind was fast. Molly flapped her wings, but she fell to the grass. Oh no, she said. Sometimes never. She felt sad, but she remembered the owl's words. Try again tomorrow, she told herself. So, Molly kept going. One day, she flew over 3 trees. Another day, she flew over a little river. Her wings got tired, but she did not give up. Sometimes she fell, sometimes never. But sometimes she flew higher, sometimes ever. She started to love trying. Each time she flew, she saw more. She saw flowers, hills, and the big forest from above. One bright morning, Molly looked at the sky again. It was big and blue. Like always, she said, today, I will fly high. She took a deep breath. She flapped her wings. Flap, flap, flap. Up she went, higher than before. She flew over the trees. She flew over the river. She flew so high she saw the hills and the sun. I am flying, she shouted. The eagle saw her. He flew close and said, Little bird, you are high in the sky now. Your wings are small, but you are strong. Molly smiled big. Sometimes ever, sometimes never, she said. I fell many times, but I tried. Now I fly. From that day, Molly understood something big. Life is not always easy. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Some days are hard, and you fall. But if you try every day, that sometimes ever gets bigger, that sometimes never gets smaller. Molly's tiny wings took her to big places because she did not stop. Now, Molly flies every day. She tells the other little birds, don't be afraid. Try a little, then try more. Sometimes ever, sometimes never. It's okay. Just keep going. And the little birds listen. They flap their wings, and Molly smiles. She knows they can fly too. One day,